Sweet time.
Yo, it's Dave. Yes, I left Cali behind. The Dave Not in Cali show, one of a kind. Sundays, 5 p.m. Central. Truth you can. That's for more real people, real talk. Tune in, we'll explore.
Hey, we're back.
We're live.
All right. Well, guys, this will be our second show back in the new year. Now that I'm back from up north, we might be doing a few changes. We're talking about maybe changing the time slot just because of it. East Coast versus West Coast. West Coast says it's too early in the day. The East Coast says it's right at dinner time. And so, but we'll let you know if we change the time on it. But anyway, we got John here, and he's got his brand new channel called the Swamp Channel. So you got to look that up. And it's the @ the Swamp Channel, just like that, and it goes right to it. I mean, you find it right away, which I got to say is so much better than all the other channels. You always had a number at the end, which always made it difficult to find.
What can I say?
Yeah.
What could I say? That's the way YouTube worked. That's what they gave me. So
yeah. So if you guys go out there and there's Andrew. Hey, Andrew. He popped in.
Andrew.
Handsome John. Okay.
You're giving me a little bit of love there, Andrew, huh?
All right. So anyway, I'm going to just real quick, I'm going to go to your channel. And let's just see what you've been working on since you started your new, what are you up to, 7 subscribers now?
I got a whole 7 subscribers.
Let me see if I can find it here.
I'm not even legal.
Close that. I got notifications open and I shouldn't. Okay, it says share this tab. Okay, now where are we at? Clicking all these buttons that people can't see behind the scenes. Okay, this is John's channel. Who's this lady?
I don't know, but I'd like to meet her.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I like it.
Excuse me, senior. Do you know what time it is?
Okay. It is about 12:50 in the afternoon.
How did you know the time just by grabbing the donkey's huevos?
Well, you see, if I lift the donkey's balls up, then I can see the clock on the wall over there.
See what else you got going on here. What's this? Every time someone tells me, I remind them.
Step back. You hear the beat.
What's going on there, John?
That's Minnesota. That's where
okay. The background
protesters decide.
Oh, okay. Afterwards,
Yeah.
somewhere else, a different location, because I don't see snow on the ground. It looks more like a desert scene. Okay. And it says, okay, so it's Border Patrol vehicle in Minneapolis. Okay. All right.
Yeah, Minneapolis that's up there. The border's not too much further from Minneapolis.
Yeah, and John, Andrew was asking me something. I would like to go on John's channel. Okay. Just type in the @ sign, the Swamp Channel. It's a real easy one to find. It works really well.
All the letters are together.
Right. Let's go back to the beginning. You asked a question, something. Oh, by the way, Dave, click on it. Oh, yeah. All this other stuff pulling the attention away from what's really important, and that's Waltz and Omar. Yeah, that's true. But it also keeps getting deeper and deeper and deeper. The more,
Oh, it's gotten much deeper. It's gotten much deeper. They're starting something new now. It's that they're into now. They're leaving California alone just for a little bit longer because they know what they're going to find in California.
Oh yeah,
They're going to find. In other words, it's about the largest it possibly can get with fraud. But they're falling in line with Colorado, Oregon, Washington, Michigan, all these states, all these big blue states, including they've got something new they haven't brought up yet with Kathy Hochul in New York with the fraud. So all these blue states have got fraud written all over, and even some of the states which are big.
It's been estimated about they're saying somewhere in the neighborhood of 700 billion nationwide. So it's not just happening in Minnesota. And what's happening in California makes Minnesota look minuscule in comparison. It's almost three times bigger in California. So,
well, the newest one, which I haven't had a chance to post up yet, is it comes through from. It's actually in Minnesota. There is another scam that's going around that's going to be pretty much going to be across the blue states altogether too. It's beyond. We already dipped into this daycare center stuff. Now they're talking about something entirely different, where people are getting for Medicare, Medicaid. What they're doing is these Somalians. This is especially here in Minnesota, Minneapolis. What they are is whether they're born in America or not, they're claiming that they don't speak English. So therefore, they have to have an interpreter go with them to the doctors. And if they have to go to the hospital, they need an interpreter. So this gets into the transportation area where they have the private limos, so to speak. I mean, it might not be a limousine, but it might be, a big SUV or whatever that picks up people plus their interpreters to go with them to the doctors or to the hospitals. It is nothing but a great big giant scam. It goes a lot further. I'm sure that there's other things too that they haven't found out about yet. But I mean, just think about this. You would figure that the scam alone on just the daycare centers with not having children and all that is one thing. But now this has gone so far in all these years. And keep in mind that Ilhan Omar has been in the United States, I guess in Congress, since 2019. That's not a whole hell of a lot of years, but she's probably been, they say that she was groomed to be put in there. And as you can see too, this Mayor Fry, I mean, this guy is, I kind of like could see, I don't want to put it, I'm trying to use a type of an example without getting too risque on it, but just visualize Harlem in New York and some white guy come in and say, hey, bro, what's it doing? Hey, buddy, how you doing? Some guy's supposed to be, a learned person acting like, he belongs in the hood, kind of like a Crockett does. But I mean, being a white person, that's what he reminds me of. Like he's been kissing up their butts. He's part of this too. We all know this. So I mean, this is getting deeper and deeper and deeper. Now, right now, like I said, it's pretty much come to a head with all this writing about this good being shot. She has been nothing more than just literally a paid, a paid agitator is what she is. And they've got other videos out there too that have her exactly doing what we've already known. She's out there screaming, yelling, blowing the horn, blowing whistles. This is before she ended up at that particular spot. And all this, the more that they talk about it, the worse it gets for them. I mean, even with running her mouth, and even her girlfriend or husband or wife, which is not really legal, just with her, she actually got out of the car at the corner on one of them, and she got out and stood and watched this. She was watching.
She was actually giving the officer a hard time. Got her phone out. She was videoing it and so forth. Yeah.
But before she did that, she was actually let out at the corner, and that's when Good moved her car parallel to do a blocking job. Now, I like the way the press is trying to make things look like, oh, well, there's a vehicle went around it in the front and a vehicle went around the back. Yeah, that doesn't mean that they've been blocking the road. Nobody said the road was 100% blocked. I mean, there's snow there and everything else.
Yeah,
and
you can still
four-wheel drives are going to go around it.
They were
Yeah, it's
those two ladies were purposely trying to interrupt what was being done. So they actually could be brought up on charges for obstructing, what they're trying to do. So, and I think that's basically what they were going to do. They were just going to take her out of the car, arrest her, and move the car out of the way. And it happened the way it happened.
Well, there was later on this afternoon, I should say, that I posted a video on it. I think I did, where there were 2 people arrested in Minneapolis for agitating. They were pulled right out of their car.
Yeah.
And I've got the video on that. They were agitators. Where they were agitating, I don't know, because the video doesn't begin until ICE is behind them, and ICE is behind them. They have a red car, and they're
were watching a minute ago.
It might be. It's a little red car.
Red car. See if I can.
It's a red car.
Look.
All right. Yeah. It's they were supposedly agitating. Well, I've got a couple of those up there. Let's see which one. That one there. That's
the sound is stuck from the one.
Yeah, that's one of the new.
This is from the officer from the front, when it actually started, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you. Show your face. I'm not mad at you. That's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former fucking guy. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the car.
Trying to provoke them.
Out of the car.
Yep, he hit her. I mean,
Sure did.
Hit her. Yep.
Yeah, she hit him.
Yeah, she hit him.
I would like to make.
Yeah.
I don't know where that other one is.
Here's a story of a
Oh,
Qui il pesce abbonda,
There you
fratello.
go.
Ehi voi, mi mostrate la licenza di pesca?
Sì, un attimo, aspetta. Scusa?
That's what happens when you don't have a fishing license.
That's right. Speaking of, funny, here, let's see how this plays. This is on my computer. I don't know if it'll play it properly. This is kind of funny. We'll watch part of it. It's really long.
Minnesota, beautiful state. Cold as heck. They said, sir, it's -40. I said, still higher than Tim Walz's poll numbers. I'm here because billions have vanished, and nobody finds things better than me. Found Hillary's emails, found Atlantis. Pretty easy, actually. Just had to think, which I do very well. Now I'm finding Minnesota's stolen money. Okay, first of all, Learing, L-E-A-R-I-N-G. This is a learning center that doesn't know how to spell learning. And Tim Walz gave them $4 million. $4 million. I wouldn't give him $4 for a dictionary. Hello? Anybody teaching kids in there? Any kids to teach? I see a tumbleweed. There's actually a tumbleweed rolling through the daycare in Minnesota.
Mr. President, welcome to Minnesota. Beautiful day. We've been working tremendously hard on this fraud issue. You betcha.
Working hard, Tim? The only thing you've been working hard on is losing. You lost 49 states. I didn't even know that was possible in modern times.
Well, actually, we lost about 30.
Felt like 49. And speaking of losing, you lost $18 billion. How do you lose $18 billion, Tim? I lose my car keys, maybe my reading glasses, not $18 billion.
Now, that's not entirely accurate.
You know what is accurate? Ilhan Omar's brain is as empty as a Somalia daycare center.
Mr. President, we've been conducting audits and implementing new oversight.
Audits? Tim, the building is called Quality Learning Center. They can't spell learning, and you give them millions to teach children.
Quality Learning.
What's next? A hospital run by people who spell it Sir Curry. Look at this place. It's emptier than Tim Walz's list of accomplishments. There's nothing here. Not a crayon, not a toy, not a tiny chair, just sadness and fraud.
Even the balloon.
This is the saddest thing I've seen since Kamala tried to explain what a Venn diagram is, and it probably cost taxpayers $50,000. Believe me, folks.
Mr. President, the federal government handles immigration and visas, not the state.
Tim, don't start with the federal government thing. You're the governor. You govern. It's in the name. You can't just take a nap while people steal billions.
I wasn't napping.
You picked Kamala as your running mate, Tim. You were definitely napping.
I heard shouting. Is this about the... Oh, it's you.
Ilhan, just the woman I wanted to see. Quick question. What's the Somali word for empty building that receives millions of dollars? Because you seem to have a lot of those.
That's incredibly offensive. The Somali
Let me
community.
stop you right there. I'm standing in a building called Quality Learning Center, L-E-A-R. Can you spell learning for me?
L-E-A-R-N.
Great. You're more qualified than this daycare. And they got $4 million.
This is discrimination.
Discrimination? Against who? People who can't spell? There's no protected class for bad spelling. Ilhan, I checked with my lawyers.
Mr. President, these are serious allegations against an entire community.
Feeding our future. Tim, $250 million stolen. And some genius tried to bribe a juror with a literal sack of money like a cartoon villain, like Scrooge McDuck. Except Scrooge McDuck was smart. This guy? Stupid. Very stupid. Even the Hamburglar would say that's too obvious. And now I'm hungry.
Some of my constituents were wrongly accused.
Wrongly accused? Ilhan. They found cash in suitcases, under mattresses, stuffed in vents. One guy bought 3 luxury cars for a food program. What were the kids eating Ferraris?
Well, the vast majority of Somali Minnesotans are law-abiding.
Then where are they? Where are the kids, Tim? This is a daycare. It should have children. Instead, it has crickets and a sad balloon.
Oh.
See? Even the balloon knows this is fraud.
You can't just blame an entire community for.
I'm not blaming the community, Ilhan. I'm blaming you and Tim the tampon. You two are like security guards who let the bank robbers borrow the vault key. Here you go. Bring it back when you're done stealing.
I had nothing to do with this.
Get back when you're done
Really?
stealing.
Because every audit got killed by you. You're like a reverse Batman. Bruce Wayne, great guy, does a lot for Gotham, except Batman catches criminals and you warn them. The feds are coming. Delete everything.
That's not. I never.
Ilhan, you married your brother.
I did not marry my brother.
Well, you did something weird. I don't know what it was, but it was weird. Ilhan, you're a stupid person. You really are. Stupid, garbage person. And you hate America.
I don't hate America.
You called it the worst country in the world.
I was talking about specific policies.
If it's so bad, go back to Somalia. See if you can run an empty daycare there. Oh, wait, you can't because Somalia doesn't have 18 billion to steal.
Mr. President, this rhetoric is...
Tim, shut up. You lost to me. You lost to Vance. You lost a life. You're a human participation trophy.
Somebody worked on this a long time.
Oh,
A
yeah.
rake. There's a rake in the daycare closet. What kind of daycare has a rake? Were they teaching the kids landscaping? I'm surprised Tim hasn't stepped on it yet. This looks like where Tim Walz goes to. Think about his life choices.
That's uncalled for.
You know what this reminds me of? The Haitians.
What?
In Springfield, Ohio, eating the cats and eating the dogs. All types of cats and dogs. Big dogs, little dogs, poodles, Dalmatians, the ones with the spots, beautiful dogs. I'm a big fan of dogs, by the way. Love dogs. Not so much the cats. Hillary's more of a cat person. Says a lot about her, doesn't it? But the Haitians, they don't discriminate. They'll eat anything. Very equal opportunity.
Oh my God, that was debunked, you fascist.
Was it, Ilhan?
No, it wasn't.
Because I heard there's still missing cats in Springfield. Fluffy, Mr. Whiskers, gone. Just like Minnesota is missing billions. Different scam, same story. People come here, don't assimilate, and suddenly everything disappears.
Somalis aren't eating cats.
No, you're eating money, which is worse. At least the Haitians were hungry. You guys are just greedy.
Mr.
Well,
President,
believe
this
it or
is getting
not,
out of
we're
hand.
halfway through this thing.
Sir, we've searched
It seems to
53
repeat a lot
daycares.
of that
And
stuff. So this-
47 are completely empty.
on here.
3 have tumbleweeds, and 1 had just a guy playing Xbox.
Xbox? What game?
Call of Duty, sir.
Call of Duty. Love that game. I'm ranked #1 globally. A lot of people don't know that. The Navy SEALs study my gameplay. They said, sir, you're better than our training simulations. I said, I know.
Sir, we found Mako Child Care Center.
And
Closed since 2022, but still receiving payments.
they're paying ghost daycares, buildings that don't exist. Tim, would you pay a ghost? I wouldn't. Although Casper seems nice, very polite ghost. And Slimer? I'd hire Slimer immediately to slime the squad. AOC, Ilhan, all of them covered in slime.
We're working with federal authorities too.
You're working with nobody. You're just standing there like a confused crossing guard. At least the crossing guard keeps kids safe. You just make sure 4th grade boys have access to tampons. Great priorities, Tim. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, and I use that term very loosely because you're mostly fake news, total disasters. We've uncovered the biggest fraud maybe ever, bigger than Enron, bigger than Jasmine Crockett's accent. This could be the biggest fraud in history.
Mr. President, how much money was stolen?
Great question. Billions.
Great
Billions with a B, like Barron, who's doing great, by the way. Very tall, very high IQ. Going to be running things soon. Some say it's 1 billion. Some say 18 billion. Some people are telling me science hasn't invented a number high enough yet. We might need to create new math for this.
That's not how it worked.
And Kristi Noem, beautiful woman, tremendous secretary, doing an incredible job. She told me 50% of the visas in Minnesota are fraudulent. 50. That means half the people here aren't even real. They're like Mr. Snuffleupagus. Remember him? Big elephant thing on Sesame Street. Nobody could see him. Or Bing Bong from that movie. We love Bing Bong, by the way. Very sad what happened to him. These people are like that imaginary, but they're cashing real checks.
That statistic is unverified.
Oh, it's verified, Ilhan. Very verified. Just like it's verified. You're a garbage person. That's right. Garbage. You hate America. You do nothing but complain. You
Of course, I
probably
remember
even hate
somebody
America. Ferrera,
calling him
wonderful
garbage.
actress.
The garbage
By
man.
the way,
remember?
Ugly Betty. She really carried that show. Tremendous talent. But you just complain. Go back to Somalia.
I am an American citizen.
Then act like it. Where's the money? Racist.
Where's
Why is
the
the
money?
building empty?
Show me the money.
Islamophobia. You've got one trick and it's older than Biden's shoes, which are Velcro, by the way. Can't tie laces anymore. True story. Very high level people told me this. He sits there going, rip, rip with the Velcro. It's actually sad.
Mr. President, what's your plan?
Great question. Very smart. I'm revoking
question.
temporary
It's another
protected
great
status for all Somalis, freezing all federal child care payments to Minnesota, and sending the FBI to raid every single daycare.
You can't just freeze.
Watch me, Tim. I'm the captain now. Great movie, by the way. Even with washed up, low IQ Tom Hanks. Very sad. I'm also sending you to Congress, House Oversight Committee, January 7th. They want to know how you lost $18 billion. Bring notes, tampon. You're going to need them. This is what winning looks like. Beautiful raids, the best raids ever. Better than the Departed raid scene. That was good, but this is real.
You're destroying innocent lives. Families are scared.
Innocent? Ilhan. This building got $4 million. You know what's in here? Nothing. Not even a Vikings poster. They drafted me, by the way, second round. Could have gone first. I've seen more educational value in a porta potty. At least those have instructions.
This is ethnic targeting.
Ethnic targeting? No. This is fraud targeting. If other ethnicities want to commit fraud, I'll investigate them too. I'm an equal opportunity fraud investigator. Very fair.
Yeah.
The fairest when I was
Okay.
handing out Halloween.
I think we've had enough of it. It goes on and on and on and on. So
It's entertaining, let me tell you. It's actually truthful.
yeah. Good. Anyway, and I threw your channel up there for people wanting to know John's channel. That's it right there. And you've had it up and running for how long?
Well, about a week.
About a
I don't even
week.
think, maybe not even a week, maybe 4
One
days.
subscriber a day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, about that. So anyway, if you guys get a chance, check out his channel. Got something over here. What's this? Maybe you can talk about this. It's Alex Jones, right?
Yeah, Alex Jones. This everybody needs to pay attention to this.
Calling for the murder of ICE. And now we have the head Capitol Police officer, Nancy Pelosi's minion, saying, get your guns, and they're illegal. What ICE is doing, use your guns on them. I don't blame him. He's a known globalist traitor. I blame Trump at this point. I'm trying to get Trump's attention here for what you're letting Todd Blanche, the real head of the DOJ, do. So what's coming, the false flags, the killing of ICE, all of it is being allowed by the DOJ. DHS is doing a good job taking action. But at the end of the day, this all lies at the DOJ and above that Trump. I'm getting Trump's attention right here. Trump, and the very people tried to set you and me up on January 6th, when you sent me to lead the march and they set us up, literally saying kill ICE. They want to get through ICE to get to you and us. Do something about it. Fire Bondi. Fire Blanche. We want indictments now and not set up indictments that fall apart. Tell me. Fucking do it right now, or I'm fucking done.
All right, done. Woo! Well, I guess he was fired up, huh?
Well, Alex Jones has been, they popped him all the way back. He was one of the first fall guys.
Oh, I know.
And he still has a lot of connections. Kind of like Dan Bongino. But I think that a lot of people talk to Alex Jones a little bit more because they know how tough he is. And he's to the point now is where he's pointing out, he wants people to get back to Trump and say, look, you've got to do something about it now. I mean, it's out there in the streets. People know that if we lose this election coming up this year, we lose the seats, we're done for. I mean, they're going to spend the next 2 years impeaching Trump. They'll get him once. He'll get away. They'll take the next 2 years and just do nothing more than impeach him for absolutely nothing. Nothing's going to happen to him, and then they'll end up taking over in 2028, and it'll be all over with for America. That's the reason why he's got to do what he's doing. I myself personally would prefer him to see if this escalates in Minnesota and things happen in California within the next 3 or 4 months where there's that much agitation going on. I honestly believe that he needs to call in the military, and this is it. Enough is enough, because once you declare martial law, it shuts all these people up. Let the people play all the games they want. They can't play any more games because things will have to go to a military tribunal. So in other words, all these judges that are bought and paid for, that have been sitting in the wings, that have come out here, there, and everywhere, they're all going to be silenced, all because everything goes to the military. And that's just my honest opinion, because I don't like the way things are going either. This is absolutely crazy. We have not gotten a good, solid arrest yet. And once again, they had Letitia James and Kobe. They had them nailed to a cross. literally nailed to a cross by an independent, not by anybody from the government or somebody who had anything to do with Trump at all. An independent guy came across this stuff with her at the housing and stuff, and it's cut and dry. And they let it go all the way to the statute of limitations, almost, but yet they put in people that were not legal, just like what happened with what's his name with French? I want to say French, not French. Jack Smith. But it's just the point of should never have gotten that far. And how many others are going to go the statute of limitations on this? They're going to, well, we tried this, that. No, Bondi needs to be fired or get off the pot. I mean, sitting there in front of Congress is one thing, but doing something else. I don't care if we don't see anything from them.
A lot of people, supporters are feeling the same thing. I mean, they, they're getting to the point where they're fed up. And it's not just with Pam Bondi, but obviously a lot of people are done with her, not getting anything done. They're working on other things. Yeah, I get it, granted, but the major things that, were campaigned on and we wanted to see results. So it's just automatic that people start falling off and saying, man, you know what? We need somebody else in there. Yeah, even this guy, Lone Wolf, she needs to be fired.
I mean, they've got to do something. Like I said, we're at a point, if everything that they're talking about is as true as it is, in other words, that our country is in peril, that we're problematic of losing, which one's that?
This, Andrew just texted this to me. I think what is that there, Andrew? Of course, you could always call and we'll just put it on the air. Then we'll trumpet the voting system. Well, we're working on it. There's another thing that we're all getting, it's like a lot of stuff started happening when he first got into office, but we're not seeing things finalized. We're not seeing things coming to an end. That what we're seeing is stuff being drug out. And then we see also the left coming against whatever we're trying to do, which ties it up into court, stuff like that. So what do you say? Agree to? Yeah, Bondi needs to go. Yep. How you doing, Richard? Good to see you, man.
Hey, Richard. How you doing?
So Andrew says that's a 1929 Buick and wife and daughter-in-law. Oh, okay, in the other pictures. I see, yeah. Okay.
Andrew, I got a question for you and anybody else out there. Do you guys, I still have a whole cache of classic cars, that real neat stuff and some of the stuff. Do you guys want me to start posting one a day on the MEMS? If you guys want to see those, let me know. I'll start posting them.
Yeah.
Just let me know what you guys want. If there's other things too that you want me to post up there with the memes or the shorts. I mean, the shorts pretty much go with the topic and what have you. But with the memes, so they have cars. They've got some of the classic cars. Got a whole bunch of them.
We're gonna put him on the spot here.
All right.
Let's see if I can get it to work here. Keeps disconnecting. There we go. Yeah. Hey, you just might as well. You should have just called in and told us what you were talking about.
No, girl, that's my daughter-in-law, my wife. 29 Buick. That's our main mechanic that's been working on my cars. And when I saw that car, my mouth just dropped. You should feel that motor.
Yeah.
The 350 long block. I mean, when he told me to start it, I just clicked it. It just rattled. I mean, it shook the ground. That's how much power it had.
Wow.
It was awesome.
Even back in those days, or is it somebody put a different motor in it?
No.
Original. Okay. Yeah.
Roadster. He's got the original motor, the original hood, all of it. But, he wanted to soup it up for his son.
Uh-oh, did I lose you?
If I get some more pictures like that, I like to send them over to John and you.
Yeah,
whatever you want.
okay.
You know something, John? You're right. You're absolutely right. I want to see your channel get off the ground. Let's do some live shows. Let's get Matt, Rome, Dave. Let's get you going here. Get you off the ground here, John.
Yeah.
Let's go live shows.
Well, like I said, it's been four channels in 4 years.
Yeah, that's terrible.
You know, they say they're trying to fix everything, but they're not doing it. They're still taking conservatives off. That ain't right.
Yeah. Well, and they find other technicalities, and sometimes the technicalities are big loopholes. Like a certain person can post it on YouTube, but not another person or a different person. It's like,
right.
Yeah, you get some people that are maybe of the other side, and they can post the same thing and not get hit for it. So.
Well, also too, this is YouTube Brazil here. That's kind of like you have like you have eBay Japan, eBay France, eBay England, eBay United States. Yeah, kind of like same company, but under a little bit of a different jurisdiction.
Yeah.
This is socialist here in Brazil. We're socialists.
All right.
Bottom line, what happened in Minnesota? That girl tried to run him over. There's no doubt in my mind about it.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, she had from begin with. She ain't no saint either. She don't need 2 over 3 children. There's a reason for it.
Right, absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, and the left's going to make her a saint. And I was even thinking today, I go, God, it's terrible when something like this happens and the person becomes a martyr, for the cause, and yet they really didn't look into her background until really late, If people knew about her ahead of time, they wouldn't come to some of the same conclusions.
But the thing is, though, Dave, John, it's simple and plain. She wasn't no saint from begin with, but even the local channels, the local news that you get, this guy's a murderer.
Yeah.
They should have killed her. They're trying to make her out, like you said, a saint. But she wasn't. And she's bought and paid for by these politicians.
Yeah. Well, there's a possibility there, but I just think she just got into being an activist, and she figured that she was protected somewhat, with freedom of speech, and you could do whatever you want to. But she would have been better off if she just would have let them arrest her. She'd still be alive.
Yeah, but she has to push the point, though. She did it.
Yeah.
She didn't have to step on the gas. She didn't have to do what she did. Why block these people for it? You're taking your chances. You're putting your life on the line. She lost.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Yep.
Now, let's get to California, boys. Okay.
California. California is a really sore spot. It just keeps popping up.
You think like a hemorrhoid?
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, Newsom, he's passed, I don't know if you've noticed, but he's passed a lot of new laws for this year. And you know something? We're going in March here. We're going to lose our Valero, the last biggest oil plant here. We're going to be looking about say between $13 to $18 a gallon.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
See, what's it in Brazil?
Yeah.
What's that?
How much is it
in Brazil?
In Brazil, what is it now?
What is what?
Gas for your vehicle.
Okay, it's by the liter. $6.89 a liter.
So a liter is equivalent to what? That's
a little bit, not quite. Not a gallon. It's not a gallon of gas. It's
right. Actually that seems like it's gone down.
American dollars would be about $60 to fill up a tank of a compact car.
Like a little 10-gallon.
No, Volkswagen, something like a Volkswagen or Mini Cooper, something like that. About $60. We've got the car that we borrow is the neighbor's is a Ford KA, and it's a 4-door, 4-cylinder, 5-speed, and it takes about $50 to $60 to fill it up. Gets pretty good gas mileage.
Got a question for you.
What?
Now, Cuba. Let's get this on the map here. What's going to happen with Cuba if Venezuela shuts their gas off to them?
All right, let me tell. Okay, I'm glad you mentioned that because I was telling Dave about something. Okay,
earlier.
Okay, now I'm going to come out with it now. All right, my neighbor is a doctor, and he's from Cuba. He's Cuban. His family and what have you are still in Cuba. They are somewhat political, but they're still they're professional people, but still living in Cuba. They chose not to because they feel that they can help more people by giving of themselves, whatever. So what he has come up with, he has told me, this just happened yesterday. He told me, he said, John, he said, Cuba is about ready to be taken over by the United States. And he said, there's not going to be a gunshot fired. And he said, I asked him what it was all about. He said, they're not protesting, they're not cheering, they're not running any parades at all. The people, the public is staying quiet. They're keeping their mouths shut in Cuba because they want everything to come smoothly and evenly. They know it's coming. It's going to be very shortly. So they're staying to their homes at night. They're not going out in crowds or whatever. They know it's coming and they don't want any interference. Now, the other part about it was, I said, does it have anything to do with the big, large fleet? He said, yes. If you guys remember, going back about 2 months ago, that big aircraft carrier, Ford, I believe it's the Ford, and all the destroyers, whatever, are sitting offshore of Venezuela. About 18 hours away from there is the port harbor of Havana on the northern shores of Cuba. That's the northern shores. They can be reached within 12 hours within range. That's all they need is that military. The reason why that's there is the Russians are not there at all anymore in Caribbean waters, and the Chinese have left. They have left Venezuela and Nicaragua. And they have gone already through the Panama Canal, and they have headed back down. That's why they're starting with this garbage talking about Taiwan.
A lot of people don't understand. A lot of that was some of the hidden benefit of doing all this too. And then, of course,
we're going to be.
Then there's the psyop part of it, which is affecting the other countries. They're like, whoa, if that can happen there, it can happen here, and so now it's. Well, what I feel is, okay, America's getting some of its strength back, but I don't want to be a bully either. I don't want.
Understood.
Yeah.
Here's another question for you guys. Now,
let me tell you one quick thing about. Let me give you one quick thing about perspective about Venezuela, and this is factual. If you work all week, 4 weeks in a row in Venezuela. I don't care whether you're working as a bellhop in a hotel or whether you're working as a food server or a garage mechanic. You will make the equivalent of $6 American. I said $6 American, not 60. $6 American per month. Per month. That is what Maduro did. That's what he did to that country.
That's slave work. That's
not a wage, and things are not that much better here. My one daughter works here at the Subway we have in town. We got Subway here, but it's not the same as in America. They don't have the meatball subs and the tuna fish and the rest of it, but they've got some of it. She works there. She works every other day for 10 hours. So you figure that out. She's making the equivalent in American dollars here about $100 a month. So that's all she's making is $100 per month. Think about that. 10 hours a day. That's
Yeah. Well,
every that's it just doesn't it doesn't I mean, this is what people work. That's the reason why they can't. This is why you can't. So socialism does not work. The people
Right.
with the money, they own the businesses, they own the property. Here, a place like what we're living in is about 70, 75 years old. It doesn't have, I mean, it doesn't have air conditioning.
No air
It doesn't have
conditioning.
hot water. It's a basic building with tile. I mean, it's kept, you can keep them nice and clean, and that's about it. But still, a place like this, I mean, you probably build something like this, for maybe $30,000. Something like this runs for $100,000 equivalent American money.
Well,
I mean, it
let's
just
shift
doesn't
gears
match up.
real quick, Tom, because Andrew keeps trying to ask, well, okay, John, what about Colombia? And how about Panama? I think two of these things are really
Panama
good.
Panama and Costa Rica are better off.
Panama, a lot has happened in Panama, and you don't hear a whole lot about what's going on down there. The fact that certain influences are moving away and leaving is a good thing. I mean, it's a good thing for us. Well, I think it's a good thing overall because there's ways that these other countries are kind of taking over in a way of influencing and buying into certain things, and so that they can control and manipulate. The same thing that we have a problem with in the United States when corporations get really big and they start buying into political influence and lobbying and all that, then things kind of go corrupt. Well, you have the same thing happening to a lot of these countries down there because, if they're basically a poor country, money talks, and people with power, come in, or a nation comes in, says, "Hey, we're going to do this, this, this," and they're welcomed with open arms because the people are going to benefit for a moment. But what it's really doing is they're getting taken over and they don't realize it.
Yes.
So what were you going to say about Colombia?
Well, Colombia is pretty much the same way as it is they're better off in Colombia than they are in Venezuela. But it's just there's so many countries. I mean, even for instance, like the three countries in Central and South America that are controlled by the United States is Ecuador, Costa Rica, and Panama. Panama has always been under our thumb, which is back under our thumb again since they've kicked the Chinese out. Since Trump has really battened down the hatches on them because they really needed to do something about it. Because I don't think that people realize just exactly what an impact China has on South America and Central America. I mean, to a lot of people, living in America, they've only seen the country Brazil on a map. That's just so is Brazil. It's in South America. It's a big country. It's larger than the United States. Nowhere near the population, but still just the same. So what can it be? Let me tell you, Sao Paulo and Rio de Janeiro look split identical year for year with cities like New York and Boston. Pretty much New York City is more of a thing. I've got a picture from 1920s from Sao Paulo, Brazil. If you didn't know any better, you would say, that looks like New York City back in the 1920s. It was identical. In other words, it's not that the rest of the country is not what is good for a couple of cities in the far south in Brazil. It's the same thing as in Argentina. You get to some cities, it's backwards. It's still ruled like I said, people that have money, but they.
Well, let me let Andrew go here in case somebody else wants to call in. Appreciate you coming on, Andrew. That's Andrew Bozniak. I pronounce it right. Bozniak. Good buddy of the channel and of several of us creators out here. We all kind of hang together. So appreciate it, man. And we'll talk to you later. Bosnia. Okay.
Me more often on there, and I hope we can get some live shows going on your channel there, John. We need to get you off the ground.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty. Appreciate it. Alrighty.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Take care,
All right.
Andrew.
All right. Anybody else want to just call in? Just tell us what's on your mind. We got about 10 minutes left. You can always.
I would love for Richard to call in.
Yeah, I tried to get him to call in once before, but he had to go do dinner or something. I think I put him on the spot, but he's one of our.
Well,
diehard.
The worst part about it is a lot of people are afraid to be their faces being shown. Hey, it doesn't get any uglier than mine.
That's why I think, well,
So-
let's just call him, then you don't have to, be seen.
You don't have to. You just talk. You can't see. You're like,
Yeah.
I know
And
it's intimidating for some
brave
people.
enough, I'll send you a link. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I had no problem. I had no problem doing it the first time, but I just thought to myself, "Oh, what the heck?" But no, it's we're real people here. We're not. I look at some people. I'm not in judgment of other people that do podcasts and stuff like that. But some people, they're so phony. They're they make like the fake laughs and they dress up. Some people are dressing up. They have to wear. They've got a cap on sideways and they've got sunglasses on and they've got a who knows whatever. Go like, really? Is that you go to the supermarket looking like that? It's just like, really? It's just like, no, whatever. It's not TikTok.
Yeah.
But
Andy,
no,
best
it's
candy
it's
on
you
the
know
block, by the way.
we're a collective. Yeah, there you go.
Well, I'm just, we're about ready to finish off here. So I thought, well, let's go finish this off and look at what's at the end. I know it's going to be a lot of the same stuff we've seen, but it'd be a good way to just close out the show. At least we'll go out laughing, right?
Why not?
Yeah.
Size Snickers kids would come up and say, "Sir, you're being too fair. You gave Tommy 3 bars." I said he had a better costume.
Mr. President, Minnesota has always been a welcoming state.
Welcoming to fraud. Tim, you're the Motel 6 of fraud. We'll leave the light on for you. Tom Bodette. Remember him? Great voice. Tremendous voice. We had dinner once. He said, "Mr. Trump, I love your hotels." I said, "Tom, my hotels lock the doors. You just leave everything wide open."
That's very unfair.
You know what's unfair? Taxpayers getting robbed while fraudsters buy mansions. You let it happen because you're stupid and complicit. You're stuplicit. New word. I invented it just now. Gonna trademark it. Webster's will put your face in the dictionary. Stuplicit noun, C. Walls, Tim.
Mr. President, I really think.
There it is. Called it earlier. I said, surprise, Tim hasn't stepped on it yet. And what does he do? Steps on it. Unbelievable. I'm like Nostradamus. Knew him very well, by the way. Good man. Loved my steaks. Trump steaks. Said, "Sir, these are the best steaks I've ever predicted. This is your vice presidential candidate, America." Can't avoid a rake. Unbelievable.
This is ridiculous.
You know what's ridiculous, Ilhan? $18 billion missing. Tim, you're testifying January 7th. Bring ice for your face. Ilhan, you're
Ice for your
garbage.
face.
We've established this. And to everyone at home, empty daycare, jail. Can't spell. Super jail. If you're a ghost getting checks, ghost jail. I'm keeping this as evidence. This rake has done more for Minnesota than Tim Walz and Ilhan Omar combined. At least the rake works.
At least the rake. All right. Well, that was fun. All right, guys. Well, I guess that's it. We're gonna have to call it a show. I want to thank Richard. He kind of looks like he's stuck with us through the whole thing, and of course Andrew. I saw We Need Peace. I think I saw. Yep, We Need Peace. Thank you for checking in. But you guys don't be afraid to text in and say, "Hey, I'll come on and talk for a minute." Just tell us what you want to talk about, and or if there's just something on your mind that's been bothering you, politically. It doesn't even have to be political. I mean, shoot, we always get off track. So you can talk about chemtrails and global warming. I mean, we talk about it all. So anyway, appreciate everybody. And remember to like, share, and subscribe, and go over to John's channel. Let me see if I can find that banner again. There it is, right here. And that's how it's spelled. You know, and you type in the @ and the Swamp Channel, and it'll take you right to his channel. Hey, I got an incoming call, but I don't know what it is. Let's see who it is.
Let's see.
Hello? 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 Yes, I can hear you. Who are we talking to?
It's Richard.
Oh, Richard, no way. Richard called
Richard, oh my God.
in. Right, good deal. Well, you're on. What's
Welcome,
up,
Richard.
I don't.
I don't know what happened. Are you there?
Oh, I got to be careful what I
Yeah, you got to be careful what you say. Yeah. You know, if you've got us playing in the background, you got to kind of shut it off because there's a lag, and it makes it confusing because you'll hear something, you'll say something, and then you'll hear it again later, you know, on the channel. So there's a time delay. You know what I'm saying? Are you still there, Rich?
Yeah.
Okay.
There
So
you go.
yeah, you just have to turn the volume down on the other thing so it doesn't get confusing because of the time lag. So anyway,
I'm here.
okay. So what's going on,
Can you
man?
hear me?
We can hear you.
What's going on?
We can
This
hear
is
you.
Richard.
Yep, we can hear you.
Yeah. So I got to be careful what I say. I talked to Randy a few times. I got to be careful what I say.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that's true. Well, and we appreciate that too, you know, because we all could get bumped off if we say the wrong thing, you know. So yeah.
I'll do it this way. I'll just get another channel.
But anyway, we're just about ready to wrap things up. But now you know how it works. The only thing I would suggest is make sure when you call in, you have to turn the volume off so that you know that time lag part doesn't. Because it really, I've done it myself, and it's really hard to understand. And then you hear yourself again, you know. So it's yeah, it kind of messes with your head.
I'll get to figure it out. Yeah, I'll get to figure it out.
Yeah, yeah. All righty. Well, I appreciate you. All right, Rich.
Yeah, I really do appreciate you following me all the time, Richard. I really do. It's,
oh yeah, he's always
yeah.
been,
It's like I said, you've been there for a long time there for me. I tell you, I really do appreciate it.
yeah.
It makes my day when I see you coming up commenting. Really does.
All right.
Well, I agree. I think they need to get rid of Bondi.
Yeah. Well, I think we're all coming to
enough is enough.
Conclusion. Yeah.
I mean, we put up with this garbage for 5 years, not 5 months or 5 weeks, 5 years. Enough is enough. We are in charge. We are in control. There are things that I know about that are on the books that they can pull. I mean, my God, I would really love to see them pull martial law.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I would love to see that because what difference is it going to make if between now what's going on with the Democrats and the Democrats and the liberals with all this garbage protesting and if we martial law, the only difference is we would have control over them.
I hear you. I'll get it figured out. I'll call y'all next time.
Okay. All right. Well, we appreciate it, Rick. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to have to get out of here. Thank Richard so much for calling in. And we're down to the last 15 seconds of a 1-hour show. So, all right, guys, remember to check out John's show just one more last time before we hit the close out here. Write it down real quick. And we'll see